Hi, it's Laurie from Sew Right Sewing Machines, and today we're going to be focusing on some of the features of the screens on the Bernina sewing machines. And what we're really going to be examining are some of the icons on the side. Oftentimes we just sew and don't think about what nice features the machines have to assist us in our sewing. And sometimes when we're troubleshooting and we're sewing, why is my stitch tension poor? Why am I not getting the quality of stitch I should be getting when purchasing a machine? I'm going to show you exactly some of the features that will help and assist you in getting the correct sewing going based on the technique you're going to be using. More importantly, we're going to be focusing more on this dress form or mannequin or whatever you want to call her, but she is called the creative consultant. And you will find her or something like her on all the lines of Bernina sewing machines from the 3 series on up to the 7 and 8 series. Right now, we will be starting at the Bernina 790 Pro. A little later, I will be showing you on the 4 series machine how that creative consultant works. She works a little differently. So let's open her up. And what you'll find are different varieties of fabric types. What the 790 Pro now does, which isn't seen in the other machines, is they list exactly what type of fabric it is. On the other machines, you may have to refer to the question mark if you're not familiar with the icon. So let's say that you don't have a 790 Pro and you want to make sure you're using the right fabric selection. So I'm going to hit the question mark, and I'm going to hit this. And it will tell you what that fabric is or the type of fabric that is with that icon. All right, when I'm done with that, I can just X out and I'll be back to my fabric selection. For today's exercise, I am going to be selecting heavy woven. And then we do have a menu of different techniques we can do, and they're all listed here. I'm going to select zippers, okay? A lot of projects use a zipper on like a jacket or a handbag or whatever, so I'm going to do zippers. And what you'll see that appears is a recipe, is how I refer to it. And it's going to show you the stitch it recommends, which is a straight stitch. It recommends your needle size. If I need to know what is this 90H all about, if an icon has a plus sign, we can go further in depth and it'll explain what it is. So it's saying we need a universal needle for different types of fabrics, which one to use, okay? Likewise, it also tells you your type of thread to use, a poly, and it recommends the foot. So it's recommending because this is a machine that has dual feed, the 4D. So after I look at the recipe, I'm going to hit the check mark, and then you'll see the machine will set up accordingly based on that technique I wanted to do. We have the 4D for the zipper foot already put there. We have increased the stitch length slightly because it's a heavy woven to 3. And it's yellow, so that means it's not our default stitch length. And it has set our needle position over to position number 5. This is center, this is 5. So we will avoid hitting the middle of that foot, and it'll help us get that seam right by those zipper teeth, okay? It may or may not have changed the thread tension, but that's up there. And then here, it may or may not have changed the presser foot pressure. So all of these ingredients are listed here. All of this has been changed within the software of the machine. The creative consultant has a myriad of different techniques available at your hand or at your disposal that are built in the machine. For foot pressure, thread tension, needle type, recommended foot usage, and stitch usage. So I am now going to move to his 4 series machine to show you what that looks like on that machine. Now we're here sitting with the Cafe edition of the Bernina 475. Before I begin, let's take a look at this beautiful coloration and pattern on this. It's a special edition, so once these are gone, they're gone. However, the menu remains similar to the other 475. So again, where is that creative consultant? How come I don't see her right at the top of the screen? we're going to have to hunt her down a little bit. So we're going to open up this home. I'm going to use my finger. Let's open up the Creative Consultant. You will see the same types of fabrics that you saw available in the other machine, but you won't see the words as to identify what they are. But there's a way to find out. So what we're going to do is we're going to always hit the question mark when you always have questions. And let's pretend we're going to try to sew on something like this, because I don't even know what that is. It is tulle and lace. Ooh, let's try that because that's a tricky fabric. So I'm going to put this here. And let's say we want to put a button on that. And how do I know where the buttonhole is? Again, I can hit this and it'll tell me it's buttonholes. So I would believe tulle or lace would probably need a specific type of buttonhole. So let's try that. Let's experiment. Here we go. Again, we have polyester threads. It recommends buttonhole stitch number 51. It recommends we use the 3A buttonhole foot. It recommends we use stabilizer. It recommends we use this type of needle between sizes 70-80. And we need this foot. A corded buttonhole. Ah, okay. Because what I found out is that it does say to use a 3A, but it's recommending we use a corded buttonhole because we need structure around that delicate lace. So let's close this out and let's set up the machine and see what it says.
So Renee, I'll see you next.
So here we are. Now we're at the buttonhole. It's telling us we need a 3A. It did increase the stitch length to 0.85. And it did recommend this 50 buttonhole.
Oh, absolutely.
I will refer to my big book of feet or my other technique guides to figure out how to create a corded buttonhole foot to support that buttonhole in that tulle lace. The one thing that this machine doesn't have that the 7 series and the 5 series machines have is a automatic presser foot pressure ability. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to use this knob on the side. And because that is such a light and delicate fabric, I would probably have to increase my pressure. So it looks like if I turn this knob this way, all the way around perhaps, that might adjust my presser foot pressure. And it would probably put more pressure on this so that it will hold that fabric as it moves underneath the feed dogs. Thank you for spending time with me. You can check out the Creative Consultant by coming here at Sew Right Sewing Machines, and I will show you on all the Berninas we have here, as well as how you would create your own special stitches on the other machines we have available. Bye.